Hey, my name's Terry Fossum. I'm an author, a speaker, and I'm Scoutmaster for Troop 400 in Spokane Valley, Washington. I'm excited to be sharing this blog with you today. The council asked me to do this to help just get idea flow going between the scouting units because we've all got fantastic ideas. In fact, that's one of the things that I love the best about going to the Journey to Excellence conference or to Wood Badge or these different events is I get to interact with leaders like you and we get to share ideas and learn things. So I'm going to just share some ideas that our unit is doing with you in hopes that that'll start a dialogue. And I believe on this page, you'll be able to put your input as part of that dialogue so we can all share ideas. And today's subject is going to be camping, getting a higher percentage of our boys on the campouts. Because we were having a problem with that. We were looking at the numbers and they were just not good enough. And we all know camping's where it's at. You know, that's where the excitement is. That's where boys fall in love with scouting. And that's what keeps boys in scouting is if they have exciting campouts that they're on. It's certainly not the meetings, huh? So we took a look at why aren't we getting a higher percentage? And I started talking to some of the boys. And, well, why didn't you go on this last camp out? Well, I've already been there before. And why aren't you going to this next one? Well, I've already been there before. Then I realized it started to be pretty redundant. See, in our troop, the boys planned the campouts. They set up everything for them. So what they were doing is they were just going back to what they'd known before. Oh, yeah, let's go to this place. Now, we drive in. Usually, now we have hike-ins also, but a lot of them we drive in, and then we'd set up, and they'd hang out for a couple of days, and then we'd go home. Not a lot of excitement, so not a lot to draw them there. Now, and I realized a lot of the reason was because the boys didn't know what resources were available to them. They didn't have any fresh ideas. They didn't know what was at their disposal. So I called up all of the adults in the troop, all of the parents, and I said, everybody, we need to have a powwow. And we sat down in a big room, had a huge whiteboard. And I said, okay, guys, we need your help. We need ideas. Because here's what's going on. The boys need to know what's at their disposal and get some new, fresh ideas. Guys, what's some ideas for cool camping? It was amazing what started coming out. You know, ideas I couldn't have thought of. You know, thank God we've got this amazing team of adults in the unit. Thank God for that. And they started coming out with these fantastic ideas. And then also new resources like, well, I've got a boat. And then somebody else, well, I've got a boat too. Well, I've got a boat. Well, I've got a lake cabin. You know, I've got access to a lake. Or I know where we could go canoeing out to an island for the weekend. Or, you know, I know another camping area we could go to that's right on a lake. And all these other different ideas. Well, I've got some property where we could do this at. Well, here's another idea. And we could go visit these caves and all sorts of cool stuff. And then I presented these ideas to the boys. We called in all the boys. And we said, okay, here are some thoughts. What do you guys think? And they started freaking out. They started going crazy. Oh, man, that'd be so cool. That'd be awesome. And they're all cheering and stuff. So then we wrote them all down. And at our next leadership training overnight, see, every time we get a new senior patrol leader, assistant senior patrol leaders, etc., we have an overnight leadership training, and we design their 6 months of the calendar. And then they came up with, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do that. And it was absolutely amazing. Now we've got all this excitement going on. We don't have enough of a calendar for all the cool ideas. Fantastic. That means that there's more to look forward to. And then that got them thinking about new cool ideas. In fact, we were coming home from a camp out. And one of the boys who was right next to me goes, it was just after the Hunger Games movie came out. And he goes, wow, we should have a camp out, like the Hunger Games, ha, 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 ha. And, you know, he thought he was joking. I'm like, all right, cool, sounds good. And he looks at me like, you know, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, we can do that. You know, probably a little less killing. But we could do something. We could do like a survival type camp out where you're playing capture the flag, and then oh my gosh, they started freaking out. Oh yeah, we could do this, we could do this, we could do this. And that's where now we've had our, third annual Survivor Games camp out. So I guess an idea for you, if you're having trouble also getting a high percentage of the boys on campouts, give them an idea of what they've got at their fingertips, give them new ideas and what their resources are, and then let them brainstorm of what they love and coming up with new ideas and everything, and then let them decide what they'd like to do, because now they have ownership, of course. They're the ones deciding, and now they're part of it. So much higher percentage started going on campouts. Now, still not where we wanted it, though. So the boys came up with another fantastic idea, and I'm going to share that on one of my next blogs. I think it's going to blow your socks off because it's worked out fantastic for us. Now, if you would do me the favor of on this webpage, there should be a place for you to give your input. Could I ask you to do me the favor of giving your input for other ideas of maybe campout ideas in the area or not in the area, or other cool things you guys have done? For instance, another example here is a water sports campout that we did. So now they can earn all these water sports merit badges. We've got motorboats, we've got wakeboarding, obviously skiing, all these fishing. We've got canoes, we've got kayaks. It's just this crazy water sports campout. Another one we did is a shooting campout. We got a NRA, so Boy Scout certified range instructor, and we go down to Coles. They've got a great range there, though you can go wherever, and we have a shooting campout. And of course, the boys love that. And while they're not doing shooting, we do pioneering. If they're not some of the people at the range right now, they do pioneering, and they set up forts for capture the flag games, stuff like that. So you've got some cool ideas too. Could I ask you to share them on this blog? Because, all of us coming up with good ideas will help the boys and girls that we serve. And of course, that's why we're all here, is to help them grow up to be honorable men and women. And I appreciate your part in that. I hope this blog has been helpful for you. Again, this is Terry Fossum from Troop 400, wishing you the happiest of trails.